the information you need.
So,
I think
Mayor,
we need to.
I would like to offer a motion.
Okay. Yes, I was going to say I think we need to make a motion.
But this is maybe one of those where if I've missed something and we need to add on pieces from my colleagues that I've missed, I certainly want to invite that. First, I'd recommend approval of the staff recommendations here. I would add on to the motion a request or direction that city staff on an expedited basis pursue grant funding opportunities for a resiliency hub and report back to council that when they, secondly, and separate of that, that they'll plan to come back in 2 years with additional work like implementation plans and CEQA work. And all of that work is going to proceed, but that they particularly look at a range of options for trying to get us to a minimum of 100% of the goal for greenhouse gas reduction in 2030. The mix of voluntary and mandatory electrification of buildings definitely should stay there and is part of I think what we all agree is a very important area to explore, and the NRC's specific idea of how to move forward on that interests me. But in addition to that, I would hope staff would look at particularly some of the transportation and other proposals that they were not able to score but could perhaps be scored for greenhouse gas reductions with additional fine-tuning. Look at the county proposals that they're putting forward to try to get us to 100%. So I'm not trying to tie their hands. I'm trying to give them a range of options, and if they come up with even better ideas, I'm there. The other two pieces would be to modify the language in option A5 that relates to Valley Clean Energy to add that notion of exploring the additional capacity that VCE may need to support electrification of buildings and transportation. So it's not just getting to 100%, which is there, but what else do we need to allow the conversion in these other areas? And then the last change would be to modify the language in B10, which refers to trying to address internal combustion engines coming into downtown, to say downtown and elsewhere in the city of Davis. So the question is, have I missed anybody's good suggestions there? If not, that would be the motion. Of course, I'd need a second.
I'm happy to second that, Dan. Thank you. I appreciate your thorough parsing of that, and you did hit my key point.
So we're all good with that? Yes? Okay.
Can we ask how staff feels? Have I committed any grave errors here? Or just my regular errors are okay, but if it's a grave error, they should point it out.
So I think the only concern I have, there's a couple. One is that we need the description of the 29 actions to be our project description to move forward with CEQA. So how much we can modify the language is a little bit limited, but I think we can work within the intent of each action and not redo it so much that it removes the intent and still achieve what you're asking. Yeah. So we will work on that. And I know, Gloria, you had a question about coming back sooner than 2 years. I think 2 years is really probably the soonest we could come back, just because of when our next greenhouse gas inventory would be.
Got it. Okay.
And we need time to see if these actions that we're doing, if we're going to do the voluntary first, then we need time to see if that is making progress. So I think we'd need to stick to that 2 year return. Is there any other concerns, Carrie? Okay.
No
one passed out.
No concerns on the sort of seeking out a grant application from the Strategic Growth Council for potential climate resilience hub.
No, I think we can. Yeah, we're
great.
working on grant stuff already. So absolutely.
But I'd say where you need to use more general language in order to be able to move forward on the CEQA front, I'm down with that.
Okay. I think we are ready here. Yes? Okay. Councilmember Chapman.
Aye.
Councilmember Carson.
Aye.
Myself, aye. Vice Mayor Fergus.
Aye.
Councilmember Arnold.
Aye.
Okay, thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
We're on to item 9. I think Kelly's coming back. That's a big one.